Imagine embarking on a journey that unveils hidden truths about Jesus Christ. Truths kept under lock and key by religious institutions for centuries. These hidden stories, said to be too revealing for the public, contain insights that might reshape how we understand Jesus' life, his teachings, and his deep connections with a clandestine group in ancient Israel. This group, thought to possess profound knowledge, was intertwined with some of the most remarkable mysteries of Jesus' life. Buried and concealed for thousands of years, these revelations could challenge everything we know about his journey and the wisdom he acquired. In the mid-20th century, a monumental discovery began to bring these ancient secrets to light. In 1947, a Bedouin shepherd, searching for a stray sheep, stumbled upon a cave near the Dead Sea. Inside, he found ancient scrolls wrapped in linen and hidden in clay jars. These scrolls, known today as the Dead Sea Scrolls, captured the world's attention. Scholars who studied these writings were stunned by what they found. Ancient texts that did not entirely align with the Bible we know today. Within these scrolls were glimpses into the lives of a little-known group called the Essenes, a secluded spiritual community with beliefs and practices that set them apart from mainstream Jewish society. The Essenes, often regarded as mystical sages, possessed teachings reserved for those who demonstrated exceptional spiritual insight. Their writings, hidden for over 2,000 years, contained ideas that some say could challenge the foundations of Christian theology. The scholars who initially studied these scrolls didn't release the findings to the world immediately. On the contrary, they delayed their release for years, even decades. The slow and cautious disclosure fueled theories that the Vatican, along with other religious institutions, might be withholding crucial information from the public. Some critics argue that these secrets were kept quiet because they held the power to fundamentally alter our understanding of Jesus' life, his teachings, and his legacy. These scrolls and the hidden truths they contain spark questions about the ways in which history, faith, and doctrine have been carefully shaped and curated over centuries. Among the figures who may have been connected with these mysteries is Sordi, an Essene teacher who lived during Jesus' time. Sordi, according to some interpretations, played a significant role in the spiritual formation of both Jesus and John the Baptist, guiding them during their formative years. Jesus, it is believed, was profoundly influenced by the Essenes, absorbing their teachings and wisdom as he grew. But his journey was not confined to the Essenes alone. There are accounts suggesting that Jesus traveled far beyond Israel, engaging with different cultures and absorbing knowledge from wise teachers and healers across distant lands. Some stories even imply that he studied with mystical teachers in Egypt and possibly with Druids in England, all of which contributed to his extraordinary wisdom, compassion, and spiritual capabilities. This part of history, however, remains largely unknown to most people today. Over the centuries, powerful figures have worked to ensure that these details stay hidden. The teachings of the Essenes and their influence on Jesus hint at a lost knowledge of the cosmos, healing, and spiritual insight. Unlike the religious leaders of their time, the Essenes were not bound to rigid dogma. They were seekers of truth who explored the mysteries of life, energy, and existence itself. They studied astrology not simply as a science of the stars, but as a system of knowledge that connected earthly life to the movements of the heavens. They believed that celestial events had profound spiritual significance and could even forecast events on Earth. Some interpretations suggest that the famous Star of Bethlehem was not a singular star, but rather the convergence of several stars, creating an otherworldly light that signaled the birth of the Messiah. The Essenes, with their advanced understanding of astrology, recognized this cosmic phenomenon as a divine sign they had been awaiting. The Essenes did not only study the stars, they explored practices of healing, energy work, and what we might now call mindfulness. They believed in harnessing inner power and energy to heal the body and soul, ideas that are surprisingly compatible with modern approaches to holistic health. Some accounts even suggest that Jesus learned the art of healing from the Essenes, and that this knowledge may have enabled him to perform extraordinary acts that people now consider miraculous. Healing the sick, calming storms, and even raising the dead could have been grounded in teachings passed down through generations. A legacy of mystical and spiritual wisdom that the Essenes preserved and shared only with those who had reached a certain level of understanding. Many scholars believe that Jesus wasn't merely an exceptional spiritual figure, but was part of a vast lineage of knowledge and wisdom. This lineage, stretching back to ancient civilizations, held secrets about the nature of reality, life, and death, secrets that Jesus absorbed, practiced, and eventually mastered. If these alternative histories hold any truth, they paint Jesus as a figure who understood existence on a far deeper level than traditionally depicted. He may have known that life and death were part of a continuous cycle, a perspective shared by the Essenes, who believed in the idea of reincarnation. For them, the soul was eternal, moving through countless lives to learn, grow, and evolve. This understanding, if imparted to Jesus, would have radically informed his teachings about eternal life, salvation, and resurrection. It suggests that Jesus had a profound comprehension of the cycles of existence, and that his teachings were not just rooted in faith, but also in an ancient, transcendent wisdom. The Essenes also championed the power of community, an ideal that Jesus later embraced and spread throughout his ministry. For them, spiritual growth was not an isolated pursuit, but something that blossomed through collective learning and shared experiences. They lived in close-knit groups where knowledge was handed down from generation to generation, and everyone had a role to play. Whether one was a teacher, a healer, or a supportive member, each person contributed to the spiritual well-being of the community. Jesus carried this idea forward, creating communities wherever he traveled and inviting people to participate actively in learning, worship, and love. He understood the transformative potential of unity and emphasized that genuine change could arise only when people came together with open hearts and shared purpose. In these gatherings, Jesus exemplified compassion, humility, and service, showing his followers that love in action was the highest form of teaching. He didn't just tell people how to live a better life. He demonstrated it through his actions, healing the sick, comforting the grieving, and embracing those society had cast aside. This form of teaching resonated deeply, inspiring people to adopt his way of living and spread his message. His life was the ultimate example of leading by action, and his followers became messengers of his love and wisdom. Mary Magdalene, often portrayed as merely a follower in traditional accounts, played a more significant role in Jesus' mission according to some alternative interpretations. These perspectives suggest that she was not only a devoted disciple, but also a partner in his teachings, equipped with spiritual knowledge that complemented Jesus' own. Ancient texts and spiritual writings describe Mary as a woman of wisdom and insight, possibly possessing healing abilities herself. She may have been a close confidant of Jesus, sharing in his innermost teachings and perhaps helping to establish early Christian communities. As time passed, however, her role was minimized by patriarchal structures that resisted the idea of women holding spiritual authority. Today, many are revisiting Mary Magdalene's story, recognizing her as a powerful spiritual leader who embodied a feminine strength that balanced and enriched Jesus' mission. Her story reminds us that spirituality transcends gender and that wisdom, compassion, and healing can emerge from any soul that seeks truth. The narrative of Mary Magdalene's role in Jesus' life challenges us to expand our understanding of early Christian history, revealing a partnership that brought depth and balance to Jesus' teachings. The legacy of Jesus, the Essenes, and figures like Mary Magdalene highlights the importance of shared experiences, values, and community. Their teachings reflect the understanding that spirituality is a journey taken together, with each person contributing unique insights to a collective pursuit of truth. The Essenes' dedication to unity and inclusivity reminds us that spiritual growth is not confined to any one person or group, but is enriched by diverse voices and experiences. By exploring the wisdom they left behind, we find a path that values connection, empathy, and support, principles that can uplift and inspire us in the modern world. As we reconnect with the teachings of Jesus, the Essence, and Mary Magdalene, we discover that their ancient wisdom is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. They remind us that we all play a part in the unfolding of truth and love. Whether through friendships, family, or communities, we are all connected, and by supporting one another, we create spaces where everyone can grow, learn, and thrive. In a world that often feels disconnected, the Essence message of unity and Jesus' example of compassion call us to embrace our shared humanity, to seek deeper understanding, and to honor the value of community. This journey of spiritual discovery and collective growth is an invitation to delve deeper, to connect with others, and to keep seeking answers to life's biggest questions. The hidden knowledge of Jesus and the Essence, revealed in these ancient texts, offers a timeless roadmap for those who wish to understand themselves, their faith, and the universe on a more profound level. These teachings have traveled through time, waiting to be rediscovered, reminding us that the mysteries of the past still have much to teach us about building a brighter, more connected future. In exploring these truths, you become a part of this extraordinary journey, a journey toward understanding, compassion, and unity that spans across ages, encouraging us to forge deeper connections, seek wisdom, and nurture love in a world that is ever in need of healing and light.